Hey everybody, this is Captain Yeet here for you for another My Hero Academia Manga Chapter Reaction / Review. This is going to be My Hero Academia 358. Sorry, Manga Chapters Reaction / Review. So let's get into it. And obviously I wore my hero shirt, but I just realized when I'm in my regular room at my house, it's usually so pretty good on the screen, but now it's like the white is so bright on it, you can't really see their faces too well. But I mean, you can tell who they are, so it's okay. You can really tell who they are, but it's whatever. And everybody's waking up right now. That's why you hear a lot of stomping upstairs. Okay, so let's get into it. And we cut right, and not right back, but we cut to UA that's floating in the air, and it kind of looks like it's tilting. Yeah, it's definitely tilting. So that's not too good. 358, a small step for man. Who will clash next in this grueling battle? Okay, we cut to Shigaraki. Obviously, he had that one arm growing like crazy around the whole city. You're just gonna run? He hits Sun Eater, and he goes flying. Nejire, Sun Eater. Then an arm tentacle thing comes around, goes to hit Nejire, but she does a huge blast to block it. Don't, Best Genus, don't stop. Keep moving. The arm tentacle thing, I don't know what to call it, was too much for her, and she gets slammed into the wall. No, she gets slammed into another tentacle arm thing. His hand just went everywhere. Okay, and then we cut to Miracle. Her leg is like a claw, and Bakugo and Best Genus. I was thinking about this the whole time before we cut back. I'm like, because in the panel when we left this fight, obviously Shigaraki grew his arm so much, it was engulfing like half of the cage. I was like, if he just keeps doing it, eventually he's gonna like consume the cage, right? To where, his arm will touch the nets, so he'll get electrocuted. Maybe he's not gonna consume the whole thing, but it's gonna take up a huge chunk to where they can barely move. I kept thinking that unless they can like cut it off. The regen had a quirk. Remember, Aizawa cut his quirks off in the last war, but he was still able to regenerate. So that's not a quirk, so he could probably regenerate it. But that'd be a lot helpful. They can just cut this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's everywhere. These things will swallow you whole in a second. Keep dodging though. We need to reach the main body. Oh, and I just noticed Best Genus is using the fiber metal tentacles to grab Bakugo and yank him backwards. These freakish hands are no joke, but at least he can't use his All Might Essence physical powers at the same time. Okay. Shattering paper thread. Okay, not Best Genus. Exile gets like cut through a ton of them, because obviously we see one panel when he goes paper thin, goes inside the arm, he comes out and he just shreds a whole chunk of it. But he just regenerates it, like I just said. He just regenerates everything he just cut out. How could this not be a quirk? You said this is just natural growth, but that's impossible. Shigaraki, believe it or not, that's how it is. Chimera Shinra. As the all-for-one quirk settles in, various external factors and the swarm of quirks have combined, molding this body into a symbiote what's this? Accumulation? I don't know. I don't know what that word is. With this body and its powers, I shall create a new world. I'll become God and rule above everyone else, a world so divine that standards cease to exist for human bodies and abilities is doomed to collapse and disappear. The growing gaps between people give rise to misunderstandings, and misunderstandings in turn give rise to fear and rejection. And as soon as he says that, we get a close-up on Bakugo's face. We get a close-up on Shigaraki's face. Our confrontation is but a product of that world. At least under my control, everyone will be equal and oppression. Isn't that a step towards the peace you want, heroes? I mean, the peace you heroes want? Okay, we cut the Bakugo blasting around. I don't know if you're all for one or Shigaraki right now, but given how much I've been moving around, it must have been... What is this? What's on this bag? Given how much I've been moving around, it must be charged up. But with this item from the support course, I don't want to hear one more word from either of you. I've had enough of you two ever since Camino. Yeah, some sort of device on his back. What is this? Yo, that's crazy. He has like a ton of guns on his back. He has a buttload of guns on his back and his shoulder. Okay. Is this the... Nah, I was gonna say, is this the cluster move? But nah, he specifically said that's him like condensing each sweat drop into like a huge grenade. This is like actual tons of guns on his back, so this can't be cluster. But this looks kind of cool though. It's just kind of funny how he has all these guns on his back out of nowhere. Yeah, I guess they were like condensed. Area suppressing heavy armor activated. Starving Pazer. I will clear a path. That's what he's doing. He's going crazy with all these explosions from his hands and from the guns. We'll crush the main body together. Miracle's running into Miracle is running in, taking an opportunity. She's smiling. He's finally learned the art of teamwork, huh? And we cut to Aizawa and Momo. Not Aizawa. What's his name? Monoma. That's his name, Monoma. My bad. Aizawa, Monoma, Kaminari, the comic book dude from Class 1B, and Momo. Monoma and Aizawa Sensei are using a race to silence Shigaraki's quirk. Kaminari and the others are giving their all to power up this flying platform. And then there's Yaoyorozu and the rest of the crew making sure we're standing on firm ground, all so that we can, and we get a close-up of Bakugo's face, and we get a panel of that first chapter, or the first episode, where Deku ran in to save Bakugo from the slime villain that had him caught up. Said, misunderstandings in turn give rise to fear and rejection. You're gonna tell me about misunderstandings, fear and rejection? I accepted all that long ago. Nice. A bunch of swarm of hands start to close in on Bakugo. Best unit, Bakugo. But I didn't just accept it. I'm way over it. I found people who were willing to put up with all that aside and move forward. And we get a pin on Class 1A. No matter what it may take. That's why I don't give a darn about anything you have to say. You sack of deformed fingers. In this panel, Bakugo's upside down. Okay. Great explosion. That's kind of funny. Wait, is Beskina saying this or Bakugo? I don't know, but we get a panel of Beskina and it says Great Explosion, Murder God, Dynamite. I have developed a brand new ability called Cluster Bomb. Testing it on Mr. All for One here should be a good indicator on whether it'll be effective against Shigaraki All for One. How's your impact? Cluster Bomb. Ultimate move? My hero will be on break next issue. Oh, that sucks. Okay, the reason he was upside down in the last panel, he's doing How's your impact? Cluster Bomb. So this in this panel when he's doing How's your impact, Shigaraki's right there, so he's finna hit the main body. Okay, so this is a piece of text. Okay. So obviously it's a regular How's your impact, but it's probably gonna be a lot more powerful. Hopefully not. It's always gonna be a lot more powerful because of just obviously he's stronger and he's combining the new cluster technique and he like uses each single sweat drop to its fullest capacity. So this is going to be like a huge explosion, maybe close to nuke. I mean, okay, maybe not nuke level, but it's going to be pretty big. And if it's pretty big, that means a huge chunk of the underground or the floor is probably going to explode. Unless the hands cover that much, it's probably going to. Hopefully, the explosion's not so big it's going to damage the nets to where Shigaraki can escape, or he doesn't have to worry about that no more. But hopefully, it doesn't damage like the floor so much to where it's not like. I'm sorry, it's the pipes. Hopefully it doesn't damage the floor so much that it's going to mess up. I mean, obviously Shigaraki's been he decayed that one floor panel, and after that he was done. But give up to like hopefully not like a huge chunk of the floor to where obviously we got Cementos and Momo clearing up the floor. I mean, repairing the floor. But if it's just a gigantic hole, that might take him a minute, and then Shigaraki can just go down there and mess stuff up. So hopefully, it probably is going to be that big of an explosion because he's using Hauser Impact. With the guns on his back, I think he still has those. He, obviously he's using his own power, the guns on his back, plus the cluster move. So, all three of those things together, doing a Hauser Impact on Shigaraki's body, is going to hurt it a lot. It's like Shigaraki is going to really feel this. He can still regenerate, but maybe this is going to hurt him. Well, I mean, you got the other heroes there too. So probably after this Hauser Impact, they're probably going to follow up on that. Because, why not take the opportunity to follow up on it and just get Shigaraki down? So, that'll make the most sense to just follow up on it. There's not too much to say about the rest of the chapter. It's just Bakugo accepting. I really like that, though. Shigaraki, when he said that, he was like, he was trying to make he was trying to make a whole new world so we can get over this. I've been got over this, and we're in a regular world right now. You know what I'm saying? That was really nice. Other than that, the other part of the chapter was just them running away from Shigaraki. Shigaraki just flouting his mouth off, and them just trying to get away from these giant fingers because it was a problem. I was thinking this was going to happen too. I'm like, if he just keeps growing up, because when we left this fight, it was like the hand was like collapsing. It was engulfing half the city. Like as soon as we cut away, it was engulfing half the city. I'm like, yo, if he keeps going at this rate, it's gonna engulf it to where can they even move anymore? I kept thinking that every time, every chapter after that. But there's a break next week, so I'm guessing we'll continue up on the Bakugo stuff next week, and then that might be like half the chapter, like another Bakugo stuff. Well, it might be the rest of the chapter, and then we cut to somewhere else. I'm just really hyped to cut back to the Kirishima fight, because to cut back to the Kirishima Mina fight, that's gonna be dope. Other than that, oh, that's right, I forget, we had the Fat Gum and Ayama fight against that one guy in the parking lot, All For One's top assassin, so I nearly forgot about him. I mean, he's pretty cool. I thought there would be more villains left over, because, Alma said, take care of the villains that are left over, villains. But the only villain that we saw was the top assassin guy, so either he killed them, or it was just that one straggler that stayed behind used to kill Ayama, so, hey, it's whatever. I mean, they still gotta fight them. So we got the Mina and Kirishima fight, where Samaki is, hopefully he doesn't get let out. We got that fight going on. We got Sero, Sato, and them at a bridge. We didn't really get to see what villains were there. We just saw that they're at a bridge. So that's 2 locations we gotta go back to. 3, we got the parking lot fight with Fat Gum and Ayama. So we gotta get that. So that's 3 things we gotta get back to. Obviously got the Toga, Umuraka, Suyu, and what's his name? Gang Orca fight going on at their place. So that's another location we gotta go back to. And then All For One, whatever's going on with him, he's regenerating somehow, or whatever. We definitely gotta get back to that to figure out what's going on. Hopefully, Endeavor's okay, because he's right next to him. Like, Endeavor was hugging him, and then he just started to regenerate. So hopefully Endeavor's alright. Hopefully Endeavor's okay, and All For One didn't do nothing too crazy. I mean, he probably got to regenerate all the way before he's able to do anything. So hopefully that's enough time for Endeavor to drop him and then fly out and get a good distance away from him, because if not, then that's pretty bad. That's really bad. And other than that, that's the chapter, ladies and gentlemen. We got a break next week, so that sucks. Normally on breaks, I will do a season 4 review for My Hero, but my Hulu's been down for the past few days. So if it's up by next week, I'll do a review for you guys. If it's not, then I'll think of something else. I could probably do another My Hero versus. You guys have any versus things? And you guys have any versus ideas? Put them down in the comments, and I could do one next week if I can't do the review. And that's about it. Alright, so like, share, and subscribe. I see you all later. Thank you all for watching. I thank you all for being wonderful human beings. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.